Welcome to Iowa Pagan News, your informative internet radio station catering to all pagans worldwide. We are dedicated to bringing you the very best in music, news, events, and lots of fun stuff. Come tune into our new podcast at www.plrdn.podbean.com. Now, here's your host, Lou Silverwolf Williams.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pagan Artist Spotlight on the National Pagan Network. And tonight, I am joined by my special guest from Enchanting Winds Metaphysical shop out of Clinton, Missouri, and they are getting ready to do their grand opening, which will be October 13th coming up. And I'm also joined by their reader, Corinda. And then also my friend Ed Sott from Covered Bridge Press, who's sitting in tonight as well. So we got a full house, which makes me happy. So welcome, gang. Appreciate everyone coming to join me tonight. So let's get right into it. First, I want to say congratulations on the new shop. I know that's been a big undertaking for you too. So just go ahead and introduce yourselves and what decided to make you open up the store.
Well, I'm Patrick. This is my beautiful wife, Spirit. We've been looking for some way to give the community something that they're lacking, and there were no spiritual New Age stores in the area. You either have to drive over an hour to the Kansas City area to get one, or 100 miles south to Springfield to get anything with quality. So in June, it was unfortunate, but the position that I had for the company that I worked for got eliminated. So therefore, I got eliminated. And we were sitting at the dining room table one evening, and Spirit said something to the effect of, we need to figure out what we can offer the community that they don't already have. And I said, well, I have been thinking about opening up a New Age spiritual store. And from that moment, she was on board, and we have been working forward. This came together very, very quickly from the time that the idea got put out there and we were both on board to the time of our soft opening, which is the next full moon on September 29th. We're going to have 2.5 months from just an idea to actual reality. So it has been very, very, very busy, very stressful at times, but all in all, it's coming along very, very well.
Yeah, well, I definitely know the stressors that is involved in it. I've assisted with a couple of stores. Plus, I know that, what was it? Just last year that the one of our stores up here in Iowa, in Ames, Iowa, they opened up their sister shop down in Florida.
Yeah.
And so... And why they chose Florida, I still don't understand that one, but oh well. So yeah, they went through quite a bit getting that store opened up too. So
yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's something that leads you. I would say that we completely believe when we're on the right path that things will just kind of come together for you. And I have to say, of all the things that we've done so far, this has been the smoothest of anything that we've had come together. There's always a little bump in the road here and there, but when you're on the path where they're guiding you to go, things always just kind of fall into place, and everything has just been like dominoes here. It is just one thing after the other has just fell right into our lap. So I am confident that we are absolutely on the path we're supposed to be on.
And we have our good friend Corinda supporting us. So how can we go wrong?
Yes. Yes. In fact, she helped us choose our name.
She did.
I did.
You did.
I took some numerology and figured out which one would probably be the best version of their name for them.
Absolutely. We were.
I think that was the first stone because everything else is just fell right into place.
So whenever I was younger, 13, 14 years old, I grew up in a little town called Lebanon, Missouri, which is down in the Ozarks.
Yep.
And there was the first New Age store that I ever walked into was a place in that town called Four Winds. And
Wow.
and I really liked the place. It was very, very neat. Unfortunately, it didn't last a real long time. But I was going to resurrect that name for ours just because it had a meaning to us, to me anyway. And my wife thought that it sounded a little too Native American, and we're not geared towards the shamanism, the Native American shamanism. We're not against it by any means, but that's not the direction that we were going. So the name Enchanted Winds came to me, and we both liked that. And then Enchanting Winds came to me, and then we asked Corinda her thoughts, and she offered to do some numerology on it. And as it turns out, Enchanting Winds is the correct choice.
Yeah. I do know that. Because there is already an Enchanted Winds in existence. So I came across that one too. So
okay, well, there we go.
Okay, so I mean, I'm glad to hear that the experience has been smooth for you. Have you been getting support from any of the shops in the Kansas City area?
I can't say that we've gotten support from them. Hadn't spoken to them, so we hadn't gotten support. And on the flip side of the coin, we haven't gotten any discouraging from them. But I will say that the support from the community has been overwhelming.
Oh, that's good. That is good to hear.
You know, we're a smaller town, 12, 13,000 people. And the biggest, I'm not going to say discouragement that people have given us, but along those lines is wondering if the community can support it. If there'll be enough repeat customers to keep us going. And I strongly believe that there is, even if there's not pagan, even Christians enjoy crystals and a lot of the things that we're going to offer. So I have no doubts that our wonderful little community that we live in is going to support us and let us support them. We've also got numerous small towns around us that will also help us out as well. Okay.
Now, is your location big enough to support, say, like a small gathering place for the community?
Define small. If you're talking 8-10 people, yes. If you're talking a larger gathering, no. However, we do have 12 secluded acres that we live on. So if we had to do something like that, we could always move it out to our home.
Gotcha. Okay.
You have the fire inspection tomorrow, so we'll let you know how many we can host here.
Yeah. And one other thing that people might find interesting is I have recently became an ordained minister. So if people want to do hand fasting or just pagan weddings, I can also offer that service.
Excellent. That's good to hear as well. I too am a pagan minister up here in Iowa as well.
Wonderful.
So that's what I've been doing for the community.
Good.
Besides doing this over the past 12 years. Yeah. So now, Corinda, let's talk about you a little bit. Seeing how you're going to be there with them on opening day.
I will. October 13th. I'll be in person. I'm not going to hide out in Independence like usual.
We welcome you back.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to be exciting to be back in my hometown.
That's always a good thing.
Yes.
So, how long have you been practicing your craft? And
Oh my goodness. Well, piqued curiosity about 10. So that's why I really started seeing spirits and stuff about that age. Really didn't want to understand it and kind of secluded it off for a really long time. Got back in pretty heavily in my late teens. So now, I mean, that's 20 years pretty steadily reading tarot, performing cleansings, just everything that has to do with the class. I'm immersed fully for the past 20 years. Very solitary, although I do have my little trainee, my fiance. He's learning as we go. So he decided he was very spiritual and wanted me to help break him out a little bit too. So I'm teaching as well.
Okay, hey, that's all right too. I mean, at least he's got somebody who he trusts to be able to help teach and guide him. So
yes,
that's the good thing about it.
But yeah, no, it's been. I usually put 30 years on my little intros just because 10 years is where it really first started. Even though I turned away for a little while, that's when it really first started, and then. 10 about that 10-year break, and then I really hit hard, and I was like, okay, I gotta understand this. Why am I seeing this? Why am I dealing with this? Why is everything happening? And so I just really dove my head into a lot of research and realized that the way I was brought up with religion wasn't for me. So I went my own way.
Nice. Well, I mean, you're in a good area because I know that Missouri has two or hang on, let's see, 1, 2, 3 different communities, I think. Because you've got Kansas City area, you've got the St. Louis area, and there's also a group in northern Missouri, and also down in Columbia.
Yep.
And Springfield.
Yep, Springfield and down in the Boot Hill. We've got little encampments kind of all over the place.
Yeah. And let's see now. Are you guys familiar with the White Raven Church down in they're down along the Missouri-Arkansas border.
Okay, so would they be in the Boot Hill or in the Ozarks?
That's where Three Gates Gathering is at.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for turning us on to that, because I'm going to look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look up Three Gates Gathering. I know that they did a small gathering this year because they did a large remodel construction project, because they've got the church, they've also got camping area, they've got large grounds for pretty much large gatherings, so that's where they do that. And I know that they'll be doing their usual Three Gates Gathering next year.
Wonderful.
And the head of the church, he actually is a part of Pagan media, like what I am, because he also does Pagan radio, just like what I do. So
there is also a newer Omni church that is they're based out of Marysville, Missouri, which is up near the Iowa line, and they have been doing a lot of get-togethers and campouts.
Oh, okay.
So that would be one that you might look into that's a little closer to you.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard about that one, so I'll definitely check into it for next year, because next year I am planning on making the rounds. So, yeah, I'll definitely be coming down your way next year.
Good. Awesome. We'll look forward to meeting you.
Cool. So let's see. Ed, any questions from you so far?
Well, actually, I was wondering, you got, like, I started my small business up with my press 6 months ago to support the pagan community as well. We're doing a magazine, as you were probably informed of, and we're also doing a travel guide to assist others to get in finding the small shops like your own throughout the community. So I know the difficulties you faced in setting up and everything, from thinking of the stress involved with it, because for the last 6 months I've been going through it myself.
Oh, yes. I can only imagine what it would be like setting up a publication.
So I admire the fact that you guys are setting up your small shop and everything, and I support the small business community. And I'm grateful that more and more pagan shops are coming into the open. My current listing lists 4,000 plus.
Wow.
Throughout the United States right now. So you're part of a growing community right now.
Yep.
I'm glad to have the opportunity to meet with y'all in this forum. It's my pleasure, and I hope one of these days, when I get up that way again in Missouri, that I'll be able to stop by, pay your store a visit, say hi, and have a cup of coffee with you.
We will welcome you with open arms.
Okay, so what all? I mean, I know that there's a lot that goes into all the products that most stores carry. So, is there going to be any specialty items that you're going to be carrying?
Well, yeah, there are. On top of the main items that you see in every store, books, tarot, gems, crystals, things, we're going to carry those, but also we're going to have custom leather here. I'm a leather worker, so I'll be making leather products to sell in the store. My wife, Spirit, has been making different soaps and balms and fresheners and all kinds of things that's going to be distributed as a product of Enchanting Winds. So we're also starting our own brand at the same time that we're opening up our storefront. So there will be actual handcrafted goods that we're going to sell along with the mainstream items.
Excellent. So is that basically what you feel is going to make your store really stand out?
I think what's going to make our store stand out the most is the area. There's just not a whole lot in the area to compete with us. For example, we joined the Chamber of Commerce in our area, and we have asked them to list us as a new age store instead of just letting us get drowned out in a retail store.
Okay.
Because even though we do sell things retail, we're not a cookie cutter store like what the majority of retails would be. So, and then this morning, as a matter of fact, one of the people that print the map of the Clinton area, she actually called us this morning. We bought an ad to go into that, and she is actually doing the same thing for us. She is making a subclass in retail for new age and putting us in there. So,
and we're the only one.
Exactly. So just based on demographics, I think that's what's going to set us apart. Now, if you want to talk about the community as a whole when it comes to new age stores, I really think that the handmade products, handcrafted products that we are able to provide can definitely set us apart.
Excellent.
Go
ahead.
See, the other thing we have is that a lot of people, because of where our town is situated, we're at least 20 miles from the closest town. And the closest town that does have another metaphysical store would be Warrensburg, but still that's a 30-minute drive. And a lot of people just don't have the ability to get up there, or they just don't get up there because they have everything they need here. That store has more limited hours. So even if someone was to get off work here and drive up there, they're not going to make it in time by the time they close. So a lot of people have just really been hoping for a store in this area. And we've heard that time and time again since we started, is that we have so many people that are like, oh my God, finally one in our area. I've been waiting so long to have one in our area that I can get to. So now we're going to be the place that's local, that they can come to on their lunch break, that they can get to after work, etc. So,
and one other thing that I forgot to mention that we're going to be selling that's going to help set us apart is we are going to have fresh herbs that we're selling. So I know that in the city there's a few that sell fresh herbs by the ounce, but we're actually going to have a large selection in-house that we sell as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, and that's something that the one that Spirit was just talking about in Warrensburg, they do not carry. So just pretty much anything that anybody would need for their spiritual path or even their rituals that they're doing. We want them to be able to come here and pick it up so they don't have to drive a long distance or order online and wait 4 days. We want to have as much as we can on hand.
Well, it's good that you're also going to have fresh items for people as well. I mean, people will jump at the chance for that. I guarantee it. Now, Corinda, are you going to be doing regular readings at the shop, or?
I am going to not charge. I'm going to do. I'm not going to charge this time. I usually do 5-card intuitive readings for $10, but since this is grand opening and I really want to pull in that community need, I want to not charge it all this go round, just do 5-card intuitive readings for everybody and anybody who walks in. And we're just going to, showcase their store. I personally, I'm okay. I don't, I want this to be about the store. My business, which is Cosmically Charmed by Corey, I am okay. My part is all giving back. Everywhere and anywhere I can, I will do free readings. I will, do what I can by helping to support. I make things at home as well. And, just the support I get from my customers just makes me want to give more. So good. I'm just coming down there just to help them. And everybody who walks in, they can get a 5-card intuitive read if they'd like.
Excellent.
We'll accept tip.
Yeah. Yes. If they want a tip, they're more than welcome.
And we can't describe how grateful we are that you are lending your talents to us and to help us build our base, which is helping you as well.
Because we'd love to have you back down
absolutely.
As well. If it all,
you have an open invitation. You show up on a Monday afternoon, we'll open up just for you to.
I told them that I was like, man, I'm gonna be down there like every couple months. As soon as I get some free time, I'll be down there and be popping in. I'll be like, hey, you want
to read? You got an open invitation, just like.
Well, naturally, you see how that's her home area. You can just imagine that, she's going to be coming home a lot more often.
Probably. And it's really funny. Like, I was really excited when they said they were opening up a store. There hasn't been one since I was a teenager. 13 Moons was what it was called. It was located on the square, and then they moved out closer to the hospital. And I used to walk all the way from my house every day after school to go up and visit the Meta shop. And after it closed, I was like, okay, so now what do I do? And, now that they're opening one, I'm just like, yay, future little me's are going to be all riled.
Nice.
And again, I hope there's a lot of people from our area watching, but I just want to say thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all of the positive support that we have been receiving. It's humbling, to say the least.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. And if there is anything that I can do for you on my end, I'm more than happy to do it.
Thank you.
Is Yeah, I am helping shops create short video uh, spots to put on during each one of my podcasts. So
Wonderful.
if you want to do that, I'm more than willing to get that going for you. Once you've got everything set up, that way you can do some video of to showcase what you're carrying, and we'll do it that way.
I've got a GoPro that doesn't get used very often, so I've got plenty of SD cards I can fill up.
Cool.
On behalf of Covered Bridge, I'd like to offer you guys not only, of course, the listing in the travel guide, so people traveling through could find the shop, but I'm going to offer you guys a 1-year advertising. I'm going to block in the magazine.
Wow. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Yeah, get with us.
So get with us get with me after the
Sure.
thing, and we'll discuss that, and we'll get you in the magazine for a year.
Thank you so much. That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Help you grow.
Yeah, when it comes to brand new shops opening up, we want to make sure that you're getting the most coverage possible and getting the most support possible. So that's because for me, it's all about helping others.
And that's the way the community needs to be.
Yes.
There needs to be less gatekeeping and more teaching and helping.
Mhm.
I agree completely because, I agree. There's too much of that going on. And I recently stuck myself in the middle of something that took place, and like, because I didn't like where it was going. I'm like, okay, you two, enough. And it's like, I put the kibosh to it.
Sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I stuck my foot in it. It's like, but there was purpose behind it, so I was happy with it. So anyway, I definitely want to thank you for taking time out tonight to come join me. And I'm happy to get to know the both of you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
and thank you for inviting us to be on your show. It was very exciting being able to be promoted like this and giving us a chance to tell our story. It was a very wonderful invitation, and we thank you very much for it.
You are very welcome. And now, besides I know you got your Facebook page.
Mhm.
You're also going to have a website in the future.
Yep.
But for right now, people will be able to reach out and contact you. Now, do you want people contacting you beforehand up until the grand opening, or wait until after?
They can contact us anytime.
Anytime.
The two best ways to get a hold of us right now is enchantingwinds@gmail.com is our email address, or they can, of course, find us on Facebook, shoot us a message. It goes to both of our phones, and we check it regularly. So either one. We do have a phone number for the store. However, we haven't gotten the phone put in the store yet. So as we get closer to the grand opening, they will be able to reach us by phone. And let me get you the phone number, which is 660-383-1073. But for the time being, email or Facebook Messenger is the best route to go.
Okay. Excellent.
And make sure
And
give Corinda's page a like too.
yeah, as I say, Corinda, give us
Amazing.
your contact info and how people can get in contact with you.
On Facebook is the easiest way for me. It's Cosmically Charmed by Corey. If for some reason you can't find me, like, my name is Corinda Guerra, you can find me there. I usually have some sort of post on my feed for my work business, you are more than welcome to add me. You can contact me anytime, day or night. I am a busy mom, so if I don't respond within like an hour, it's probably because I'm dealing with kids. But, otherwise, yeah, just anytime.
Okay, excellent. And again, you can find Corinda, who also goes by Charmed X Corey, and you'll be able to get with her at the store. And that will be pretty much an all-day event, October 13th, down there in Clinton, Missouri. So be sure to stop in and visit with everybody.
Absolutely. We would love to see you.
Can't wait.
All right. Guys, again, thanks for taking time out to come join us. This has been a really fun time getting to know the both of you. And once I have a chance to come down there next year, I will definitely be stopping in.
We'll look for you. We're excited to have you come through.
Excellent. All right, folks, this has been another edition of Pagan Artist Spotlight on the National Pagan Network. And as always, if you have questions for me directly, you can contact me at paganartistspotlight@gmail. Also, you can contact me through the business page for Pagan Artist Spotlight. And also, I do have a group for it. If you have not joined the group, why not? It's free. And you can stay on top of what I've got going on here at Pagan Artist Spotlight. So, in the meantime, on behalf of myself, Ed Sott, Corinda, and the gang of Enchanting Winds, thanks for taking time out to come visit us tonight. And I'll be back again with more later on right here on the National Pagan Network. In the meantime, I'm going to say pleasant journeys, good evening, and we will be seeing everyone again later on. Have a great night.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. All shows are recorded and available for download at plrdn.podbean.com. All rights are reserved and may not be replayed without written permission by IAPN Radio Management. Come join us at our new group, IAPN Radio on Facebook, where you can be kept up to date for future broadcasts. Pleasant journeys, everyone.